Всем привет! И сегодня наконец-то снова продолжаю снимать Genshin. Сколько я не записывал? Недели, наверное. Так что, наконец-то снова продолжаю снимать. Оп. Ну, скорее всего, я ивент буду записывать, потому что больше мне не хочется. А после ивента, может, и запишу другую. У меня вот это не пройдено, хотя я сказал, что я потом пройду, но так и не прошел. И есть вот эти вот персонажи, блять. Да, я ленивая жопа, ну мне как-то все равно, так что приступим к ивенту. Начинается этот ивент здесь, вот тут начинается, ну, возле этого телепорта. Я немножко скипнул, можно сказать, эту всякую фигню. Так что начинаем с этого района. Ну и с лагами. Не лагает ты, блядь. Только начал. Куда?
Help! Help!
О,
Did you hear that? Someone's calling for help.
блядь.
It's coming from over there.
Фотки мало. Ну
Are
да.
you okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe?
I think I'm okay now.
That was scary. Well, at least you're all right. All thanks to your savior here. Greetings, everyone. My name is Yao Yao. It's a pleasure to make. Whoa, she's so well mannered. My name's Paimon, and this is the traveler.
I'm Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine. I came through Stone Gate, intending to head towards Liyue Harbor. But then I became captivated. Just now I was so mesmerized by the waterfall that I slipped and fell into the water. If it weren't for Miss Yao Yao's help, I shuddered.
It's all right, Mr. Dvorak. The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means the stone path is always wet and slippy. Next time you're exploring an unfamiliar environment, try to focus on what's right in front of you. As long as you watch your step, accidents like this won't happen.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Oh, are you hungry?
I'll be fine.
Please, sir, it's quite all right. I was born and raised here in Liyue. I expect you still have quite a long journey ahead of you. It's very important. I still have some lotus flower crisps left in my backpack. Why don't we split them between... Aw, what a thoughtful kid! You're welcome. Mmm, so tasty. If only there were... Having a healthy appetite is a good thing. It means Paimon's still growing. If I'd known I was going to run into you, I hope you're taking notes, traveler. This is how you treat your Paimon. What do you think, sir? Are Liyue's snacks to your taste? I wonder...
No, they're perfect. When I was traveling through Mondstadt, I had a chance to try one of their moon pies. It had a meat filling, unlike these crisps. But apart from that, it seems like they follow. As for Fontaine's cooking, though, it's been a long time since...
Sounds like you spend a lot of time on the road.
I do. It's part of my job. I'm one of the main organizers of...
Iridescence tour?
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals in Fontaine. We're looking to expand, though. Our aim is to hold a festival in every nation. At least, all the main organizers share this goal. Unfortunately, it's a long story, so I'll spare you the details. But anyway, so the main reason I'm traveling all around Tavad is to promote...
Well, what are they? Just tell us already.
Let me see. Well, to explain it in full, I'd have to start with a story from my ancestors.
Oh, I love listening to We want to hear it too.
Okay, then I'll start from the beginning. The story goes that my ancestor, who was also a traveler, once slipped and fell into a lake during his travels. As they say, it was the most beautiful, moving melody he had ever heard. Even in that life and death moment, the ethereal music seized his full attention. When he finally came to, he found that he had already been brought ashore. Not too far, once she saw that he was no longer in danger, she left without a word. My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although a mere dozen paces separated them, no matter how quickly he gave chase, he drew no closer and remained. In the end, all he could do was to bow in thanks to the woman as he watched her walk away towards the rivers and mountains in the distance. Once he returned to Fontaine, he began to learn an instrument so that he could spread his story far and wide. Just after generations of retelling, embellishing, and dramatizing, people have come to think of that lady as something like a fairy. The story's become something of a local legend in Fontaine. It's called the Lady. People now say that if you go down to the lakeside and play an instrument, so long as you play a pleasing melody.
Wow!
Exactly. It may just be a legend to others, but for me, it's a real part of my family. I wanted to find out the truth of this tale. So I decided to retrace my ancestor's steps, and of course, there's no way of knowing where my ancestor fell into the lake all those years ago. So I always knew that the search would be akin to... I've spent many years on the road now, and I'm nowhere near as fit as I was in my youth. The wish that I've spent half my life chasing after has now become something of an obsession.
I haven't lived half of my life yet, but still, I understand how you must feel. Paimon too! It's like... imagine if you saved the center of a lotus flower crisp, which is the best part, by the way, because you wanted to eat it another day. But then suddenly, sploosh! It falls into the water. Paimon would definitely remember that for the rest of her life.
There's no need to feel sorry for me. I've made some progress over the years. For example, I've concluded that...
Oh, so you finally found a lead?
Yes, in fact, that's an intriguing story in and of itself. I'd always known that Mondstadt is the city of song and freedom. But more recently, I heard that the Animal Archon returned to Mondstadt for a festival in the fall, and learned that he himself... So I prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance in the Mondstadt Cathedral, and as soon as I set foot back outside the front gate, I know a friendly local told me that this meant the wind was guiding me in the direction of Liyue. So I followed their advice and made my way here. Right? You get it. I knew I'd find someone that agrees with...
Are you sure? It sounds a bit too much like one of those fake legends told by those Rex Lapis has returned to the world. Just give me some incense and a little more towards the travel fees, and I will pass your gift on to the Lord of Geo and ask him to keep you and your families. Don't worry, Yao Yao. We have a lot of experience with deciphering omens, and anyway, you only got scammed if you handed over Mora, right?
Actually, to express my gratitude, I did spend rather a lot of more on several bottles of fine wine, which I left at the statues of...
Oh dear. Well, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? Why don't I bring you all to Yujing Terrace to see... I don't know very many people, so I can't help you out much. But Miss Ganyu and the if you've been scammed, they'll help you get your Mora back. And if the wind was telling the truth, and you want to keep looking for that late...
But you've already helped me so much.
Well, I was going to take some new medicinal herbs and plants I picked to Miss Ganyu anyway, so it's no trouble at all. You know what? It's been a minute since we saw Ganyu too. It should be nice to pay her a visit before Lantern, right?
All right. Well, my sincere thanks to you all. I will never forget your kindness.
Okay, everyone. Please follow me. I'll be your guide. Remember to watch where you're going. Uh-oh. Paimon's out of a job. Oh well. Paimon will just be a cheap...
Ай-яй-яй. Я отряд не поменял. Подождите. Ой, блин, одного босса бил. забыл поменять отряд. Да, по сути, разницы.
Are you going to hold a festival?
И с ней тоже надо делать.
Wow, Liyue Harbor looks very different from when I. It's almost as if I'm listening to the same melody, but with a richer.
Well, we are here during Lantern Ride after all. It only comes once a year, so they always have a... It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor...
Great. Let's go and check it out. I can't wait to get into the city and see it all up close for myself. The streets are breathtaking.
Блин, я...
Smiles and laughter everywhere I look. It's contagious.
Офигеть.
I can almost feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
I'm glad that you're enjoying this.
О,
Well,
привет.
hey, everyone. Fancy meeting you all here. What a nice surprise.
Hello, Xinyan. Let me introduce some new friends.
Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak, right? I've known them all for quite a while.
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence Tour, Xinyan was one of.
Feels like I've been chasing this Iridescence Tour bandwagon halfway around the world, but I keep getting stood up. What's going on, Mr.
I'm so sorry, Xinyan. We've had a string of terrible luck recently, and every time we've tried to put on a show, something or other has come.
Is that right? I guess it can't be helped. So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway? Thinking of putting on a music
A
festival?
Lantern Rite Music Festival? Yes, please!
No, I'm actually here on personal.
Oh, so no Lantern Rite Music Festival?
I mean, that's not just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel. Moreover, I've never worked with the Liyue authorities before. Even if I were to start putting something together right now, I think it'd be
Wait, but we're going to meet the Liyue Qixing, aren't we? And they're... Uh-huh, that's right. Miss Kuching and Miss Ningguang can make anything...
You mean... what?
This is the perfect opportunity! Well, sure, it might not work out, but it can't hurt to bring it up as a suggestion. That's the spirit! See, even the Traveler agrees with me. Mr. Dvorak, don't... As for the performers, I can put you in touch with some local artists. My friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer in Liyue. With her support and a commissioned song from the Yunhan Opera Troupe, we should be...
But what about you, Xinyan? Are you just going to sit this one out?
What do you take me for? If we actually manage to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern Rite Grand Concert a reality...
Wow! There's that rock and roll spirit!
What do you say, Mr. Dvorak?
Okay. But the opening act is not something to be chosen lightly, Xinyan. I will judge your work by the strictest...
Are you kidding? I thought you'd never ask. Whew, guess my shopping time's getting cut short. I'm gonna head back right away and start working. Yao Yao, if you run into your senior on the way to the Qixing, please send her my regards.
Okay, I promise I will. Good luck with... You've got this, Xinyan! So about the senior of yours Xinyan mentioned just now, is that... Yes, it's Xiangling. She's mentioned you two before. Xiangling's always thinking about cooking. Whenever she gets scrapes or burns, she just leaves them to heal by themselves. She definitely needs someone around her to look after her. I know you must have looked out for her a lot too in the time you've known her. So, thank you for that. Oh, it's Master! Is it okay if I go and say hi?
Oh, calm down now, dear. I'm not about to run off anywhere. I'm not a bundle of...
I haven't seen you in days, Master! I've missed you.
Oh, bless you, Yao Yao. You do say the sweetest thing. Ah, look who it is. visiting friends during the lantern rite, are we?
You're half right, Madam Ping. We were also trying to help out Mr. Dvorak over here. We were on our way to take him to...
Hello, ma'am. I am a musician from Fontaine and an organizer of the Iridescence Tour.
Master! The Iridescence Tour is a super...
An old lady like me wouldn't know much about that sort of thing. A music festival, you say? It sounds terribly exciting.
Oh, right! Madam Ping, how would you... You're an elder of Liyue, and you know all about Liyue's cultural traditions. Hearing your thoughts would... For example, do you think it might be a bit too modern, or is there any...
Why, not at all. Music pays homage to history and culture, and it can also be a bridge between times change, and the music enjoyed by the youngsters of today is no doubt very different from the tunes I was accustomed to in my youth. And so, I look forward to it immensely.
Hear, hear. I do believe that, my own dear grandmother aside, you are the one.
Goodness gracious, you're all being suspiciously sweet today.
Master, you're in such a great mood today.
Oh, well, I'm sure you must have plenty to be getting on with.
Thanks, Madam Ping. We'll see you again soon.
Ё, иди сюда. Слайдами. А чё ты?
And when you meet with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, please remind them that the festivities are not an excuse to procrastinate their work.
Understood, Miss Ganyu. I'll take my leave now.
Ganyu!
Уи.
What brings you here, Yao Yao?
I've brought all the medicine you asked me to pick for you. Oh, and here's a pack of sweet flower seeds as well. Also, these dried chingshin leaves make a great pot of tea that I know you've had a lot to deal with at work recently, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard. If you're not... Well, this is weird. It's like a responsible younger sister talking to their disorganized older sister.
Thank you, but Paimon's criticism is quite valid. I do have a tendency to neglect matters out. Oh, my apologies. I don't believe we've...
Paimon will do the honors. What's wrong? Did Paimon go... It's definitely an ambitious plan. If there's anything you didn't quite catch, Paimon's born...
It may be...
Oh?
Well, the Lantern Rite is the most important festival of the year. Our celebrations must not only be visually spectacular, the Iridescence Tour is relatively unknown in Liyue. It would be quite risky for us to bet everything on this one music festival.
All very valid points.
Therefore, we will not replace or cancel any of our pre-existing program. However, I will submit a proposal request. Some live music will certainly add to the festive atmosphere on the night of the Lantern Rite. As for the venue... Yes, my thoughts... Now I just need to take some time to give this proposal some polish. As long as I clearly lay out the pros and cons, and highlight the key points of the proposal... Mr. Dvorak, I will need to discuss with you the number of musicians...
Oh, yes, certainly. Let's step to the side and discuss...
As soon as there's work to do, Ganyu says... I couldn't agree more. Master once said that everyone has things that they are good at and things that they are less good at. So I'm good at taking care of people, so that can be left to me. Wow. Hey, Yo-Yo, can you take care of Paimon too? Paimon's... I'm afraid my backpack's empty now, but if you let me know what you like, I can bring you... Apart from lotus flower crisps, what else? Anything sweet, and anything that's made from slimes.
Here's what I've drafted so far. Anything
No, this is excellent. I'm rocking.
perfect. Then we'll leave it as is. I'll go. Oh, perfect timing. We were just wrapping up our. Not at all. Every second counts for a complex proposal such as this. I will inform the Qixing of this development in. Yao Yao, thank you for bringing my herbs. I will make sure.
Remember to make tea from them first, Ganyu. You mustn't just chew them raw.
I will.
Okay, I should be getting back. If Yao-Yao stays with everyone, I'm sure that the music festival will go off without a hitch, so don't worry. And in case that
Thank you, Yao Yao. Happy.
we should go get dinner together,
Тысяча. Блин.
Greetings, traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. I'll get straight to the Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal. Over the next few days, I will be working with Mr. Dvorak on behalf of—
Yay! That's awesome!
Please. The Qixing have a duty to deal with matters such as these. On a more personal note, I am an avid supporter of all things new and innovative. As such, it is my privilege to work with you on this exciting project.
Thank you so much, Kaching. I'd become quite discouraged after our recent failures and was expecting. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined this going so. Right. Time for me to call in the performers. To stage a concert at a
Yes! Our music band's finally getting fired!
Yes, indeed. I know exactly what I'm doing from here. For a musician, music will always be the language they are most fluent in. Oh, that.
Oh,
Ganyu? What's wrong?
they told me all about Mr. Dvorak's situation, but I was so engrossed in drafting.
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't even know what the person I'm trying to find. Don't worry about me, Ganyu. Your time and energy are needed elsewhere. I'm sure you already have.
Thanks. It was just that I had a few initial thoughts when I heard your story. For instance, I wonder if this lady your ancestor met might have. To tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I am somewhat related to the Adepti myself. I am part human and part Chile. I know how important your quest to get in touch with your roots must be to you, because I've been there myself.
Did you say the Adepti? And you're illuminated beast? Part Chilean? Are you telling me all the rumors of the Liyue Adepti are real? So it's.
You bet they're real! Trying to track them down is tough, though. Like Julian Karst itself. There's nothing specifically stopping you from.
Yes. Anyway, if you're looking to uncover a lost melody or shine light on a forgotten aspect, but if it's a person you're looking for, then I just might.
I see. I think I understand the situation now. In that case,
Yes, that was also my thought.
great. So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. In the meantime, Ganyu will reach out to her network. How's your workload at the moment? Will you be able to make time?
I can probably get through everything in 2 days, as long as I don't.
Wait, what do you mean as long as I don't sleep? Even for someone with illuminated beast blood in their veins, working for such an extended period,
Somehow that does not sound persuasive coming from Kuching.
be it but 3 moons from the start, he who returns is not he. Even I know the importance of maintaining a healthy work life.
In that case,
All right, I can work with that.
if you have the time, would you join me for this search? You're well known to many of the Adepti and respected among the people. I'll feel much. Okay, then let's meet back here in 3 days.
Watch this space, Mr. Dvorak. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You're all so helpful and kind. I just.
Just think. Imagine if we found the Adeptus lady, or one of her descendants, and got them to come to the performance. It'd be such a happy reunion. And that's exactly what this festival's all about.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna pull out all the stops to make this lantern ride a...
We should probably get going. Mr. Dvorak, could you come with me to confirm the site?
Ooh, we're coming too!
I was wondering, what are your thoughts on music?
Как название
What does it mean?
называется? Тысяча. Да.
Music sounds nice?
Truth be told, the question of what music means to people is one that I've been pondering for quite some time. Let's revisit this question after the concert.
Lady Yuhang?
Baiwen, what is it?
Per Lady Ningguang's orders, I've been gathering intelligence outside of the city with the goal of uncovering and dispatching any trouble ahead. I am told that a strange melody was heard somewhere along the coast. I was wary of investigating further on my own, but I'm worried that if we don't act right away, we may miss the window of opportunity.
I understand. In that case,
Yeah, Kuching, you're busy enough as it is. There's a ton of different things. Leave it to us. Don't worry, whatever it is, we'll definitely be able...
With the Traveler on the case, it's as good as... Thank you. This will be a great help. I will inform Lady Ningguang about the...
Will do! And say hi to Ningguang for us!
you have my thanks too. Stay safe and come back as soon as you're fit.
Good luck.
Куда идти? Привет. Загрузка.
Byron said the strange tune was coming from around here, right? But Paimon doesn't hear anything. There does...
I was just wondering who in their right mind would come out to a place like this. So, it's you.
Yeon! How'd you sneak up on us like that? You nearly gave...
You look pretty alive to me. Can't have spooked you that bad.
Fair enough.
Ah, you're here for that too? Saves me a bit of explaining. Come with me. I've already reconned the perimeter, so we should...
The stuff by the door is in pretty good condition, though. This place is completely empty. There's no...
Не понял. Ладно.
The doors and the windows are all fine. How strange. It looks like it's been looted. The bad guys could have sneaked in while the owner was gone, but then how do you explain...
Seems you've done a pretty thorough inspection. So, anything...
Yeon, you didn't hide some of the...
Why would I make this more difficult for you? We're on the same side.
Okay, well...
What about you? Give up as well? Your instincts are pretty good. Or perhaps it's not instinct. The strange melody is one of the few pieces... Let me share a folk story with you. A long time ago, there used to be a group of bandits in the Liyue countryside who would sound a horn every time they were about... But it wasn't a rallying cry to rouse their fellow men. It was a disconcerting tune, meant to intimidate the weak. To escape with their lives, the villagers would abandon their homes and flee overnight. The bandits were eventually brought to justice. but the fear and trauma, whenever they heard that melody, they would feel like their lives were in danger once again. The culprit of this crime exploited that very fear to get access to this house without having to force their...
That's quite...
The victims obviously will have gotten quite a fright, but at least they won't be in any... The important thing now is to find this copycat criminal. On any other day, that'd probably be a good idea. Unfortunately, take a look around and you'll see what I mean. This criminal is clearly well-versed. Not only did they stay off the muddy road to avoid leaving footprints, it looks like they were also careful not to bring any gadgets with some... Unfortunately for them, I'm one of the best trackers in the business. They're not about to get away with their little scheme on my watch.
So basically, if we want to find the culprit, we just need to follow him.
Логично.
Mm-hmm. As long as you can keep up. Since the culprit's trying to be cautious and low risk, I'll bet they left through an area with some vegetation for cover, but not so much that it would... Here, look at this. These tracks are superficial, but they definitely didn't occur naturally. Something heavy was being dragged this way, meaning we're headed in the right direction. Their pace has increased. Normally, people carrying a heavy load slow down as their journey goes on and they start to tire. Whatever's motivating them to speed up must be psychological. For instance, reaching the home stretch.
Again! It's so close to land.
Come on, let's round up.
Hey! Who are you?
The evidence is conclusive. Okay, confess and we'll go easy on you. My patience is running low, so why don't you do us both?
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
Perhaps not, but you should be. Quietly now. Busted.
Curses. Seems like you're not all talk after all. There's no going back now. Better up my game.
Нихуя себе вылетел.
Mercy! Have mercy!
Oh, it's a little late for that. I've come this far, I might as well finish the...
I surrender! I surrender, please! I'll do whatever...
Tell us everything. You have one chance. And I'm warning you.
I won't, I swear. You know, so... Lantern Right's nearly here, and like a lot of people, I know I'm with the treasure hoarders and everything, but I don't really have any kind of experience with robbing people and whatnot.
Wow, you're really going to complain to us about...
No, not at all. I'm just telling it.
Okay.
I racked my brains trying to think of what I could do. And eventually, I remembered something from back when I was a kid. The bandits, I remember the tune, so I figured I'd try it for myself. I mean, just to see what would happen. But they did. And they just left all their stuff right there for the taking. It was too easy. It was completely wrong of me. I know that now. I'll return everything that I took. It's all still in perfect condition, it'll be like it was never gone.
Give you a chance, huh? Sounds to me like you'd rather strike some kind of a deal than spend.
Yes?
You know how to bargain, I'll give you that. It's just a pity that you didn't confess at the first opportunity. You'll have to take a walk with me. Once we've returned the goods, we'll find the owner of the house, and you can apologize to them in person.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, as a former victim of this kind of crime yourself, I doubt anyone understands that. Does your greed matter more to you than your fear? More to the point, if you can play a tune from memory, don't you...
You mean...
That's enough hints for you. You'll have plenty of time. There's not much left to wrap up, so I'll take it from here. Guess this is where I'll say goodbye.
What is it? Is there...
I'm still not sure how you first got your hands on this information. So play it safe when you get back. Don't mention to anyone that you ran into me out here. You helped a lot with the investigation and arrest anyway, so it's perfectly fair for you to get all the credit. Just take it. It works better for me, too. See you when I see you. And happy Lantern Rite.
Yeon's such a pro at this. With her taking it from here, it's as good as resolved. Whoosh! Random event, a strange... Although, it's kind of a shame that we never got that treasure hoarder guy to play the melody again. Right? How could anyone not? When we were chatting with Mr. Dvorak, music seemed like... And most music is, right? It can help us relax, feel all warm and fuzzy, recall happy memories. I never imagined that music could be used to commit crimes. Oh, really? Huh. Makes sense. Well, anyway, now that everything's resolved, let's get back to Liyue Harbor. Bye.
That's great news. Oh, please wait here a moment if you would be so kind. Lady...
Удалилась. О. Здорово.
My greetings to both of you. Long time no see.
No need to be so formal with us, Ningguang. We've known each other for a long time now. You must be super busy with all the
On the contrary, I think it is those that I have known longest to whom I should extend the greatest courtesies. Alas, on a different day, I would invite both of you inside for some tea and a brief But you're quite right. Trivial matters aside, there's no escaping the fact that we have a grand Once the performance itself is over, we'll then need to invite the representatives of the Iridescence Tour for a discussion on future collaboration. Simply put, there will always be work to do.
Whoa, you're already thinking that far ahead.
Well, we can discuss more. I trust you saw this year's Ming Shao lantern at the docks when you arrived at the city?
Yeah, it looked like a goose. Which Adeptus is it, Mod?
Sea Gazer. I believe you're familiar with the name. Legend holds that he was free-spirited and easygoing. People described him as a cheerful soul and a loyal friend. On this marvelous lantern rite, we pray that the fallen heroes may be guided home. If the sound of music can flow like the rivers and streams into every corner of the land, perhaps the souls of those who have gone before us...
Oh, you're gonna love them, Paimon. At least, if the guy you mentioned is anything to go by, the Adept...
Well, let's hope. I heard that you'll be going on a search with Ganyu to find the descendants of it. I'm sure this quest to uncover the truth behind an ancient story will turn into a most charming tale.
А чё так быстро? Что? А, чё? Что? Что? А, что? Что? А. Что это? Готика. А, это самый ивент, скорее всего. Можно посмотреть. Чё у нас тут? А, то есть мы это закончим. Да, это самый ивент, это сюжетка ивента, это что? Чё это? Понял. Так, ну сначала, наверное, сюжетку саму проходить будем. Надо вот пройдем вот эти сюжетку. А потом начну с самого ивента. Ну, я так понял, это ивенты. Так, что у нас? Договорить. Даю. Через 2 дня. Давайте немножко. Ну, я буду крутить. Так, что у нас? Ну, гоню это он гоню, спим. Спать хара. Женщина. Какой сейчас?
Greetings, traveler in Paimon.
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss. Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power, so either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to—
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. It's also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked. Then she looked just like Ganyu. Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go—
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't—
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining things.
Well, what if this adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain— She was probably thinking something like, One was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once.
That was actually a very good impression. As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. If we set off now, we could head to You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably—
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own— Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the Traveler, Paimon,
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu. Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud— Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu!
Спиздили. Вторая глава. Так, ну, наверное, можно закончить. Вторую главу мы можем в следующей серии записать. Что у нас? Так что, ну, если если главы так будут по 40 по где-нибудь минут идти, то в принципе можно записать и один. Так что Кстати, ну, надо было это в начале говорить, конечно, а не сейчас. Ведь чтобы OBS настраивал, так что качество будет HD. Конечно, это хреново будет для моего компа, скорее всего. Ну, по сути, ничего не изменится, ну хотя бы какую-то хрень там поделаем. Так что качество будет HD теперь. Ну там она обрабатывалась несколько часов, конечно. Так что, да. Увидимся в следующей серии. Пока.